Thieves supporting thieves. Nigerians drag Tinubu as Pastor Enenche calls out supporters of election candidates with questionable character. If you know Pastor Paul Enenche, he's been a big part of this our election, like other religious leaders have been asking Nigerians to get their PVC and vote, because without you voting, you cannot have mouth to say this person is doing this or doing that. But Pastor Paul Enenche is saying, if you have questionable character, could you help yourself by taking in the bench? You know, when you go to play football, they come with not just 12, more than 12, players, but there are some that stays at the bench, and there are reasons they're at the bench, so that when there is need, then they come on board. Pastor Paul Enenche is saying, if there is no need for you to come on board, can you please sit down quietly, because you have questionable character. After saying that, guess what? Nigerians have pointed their fingers on one of the presidential candidates who they feel has that questionable character. Please don't forget to give us a thumbs up, like us, share, subscribe. Let's get all the details. Thieves supporting thieves. Nigerians drag Tinubu as Pastor Paul Enenche calls out supporters of election candidates with questionable character. Dr. Paul Enenche, the senior pastor of Dunamis International Center, Abuja, has stirred the reaction of Nigerians after he calls out people who support presidential candidates with questionable characters. On social media, Nigerian pointed fingers of blame at the presidential candidate of the All Progressive Congress, Asiwaju Ahmed Bola Tinubu, who has reportedly been called out and accused of forging certificates, lying about his name, date of birth, and more. Speaking on Sunday, Pastor Paul Enenche said, "Now there are people who are clamoring for the highest office in the land, expecting to rule, and yet there are allegations and counter-allegations of corruption. These are some of the names. Nobody is sure of their date of birth. Nobody is sure of their source of money. Nobody is sure state of health. Nobody is sure level of sanity and reasons, capacity. Nobody is sure the school they attended. Nobody is sure of anything about them. And yet they are being marketed and advertised to the people to lead the country. To what destination exactly? Where nobody is sure. But who is it that will patronize these questionable characters, except people with questionable characters who are delusion and wants to frustrate the whole country? They themselves, they have questionable characters. Lions patronizing lions, dog patronizes dogs, thieves patronizes thieves, criminals congratulate themselves. So this is what is happening. We all know fully well that things around these such people cannot be explained, yet we want them to rule the country. Does it make sense? He asks. So, Pastor Paul Enenche, your question is valid, but I don't know if he give you the answer. Whether does it make sense? Now, big question you ask, so now big question, because people don't finger, you not call person name where you talk the matter, so you not call anybody name, but everybody don't take square root. Everybody don't take square root to where they feel say, the matter they hit them. Some don't finger Asiwaju as the person Pastor Paul could possibly be talking about. But again, he not put name, he not call name. I personally feel one of the best persons to talk to Asiwaju Ahmed Bola Tinubu amongst all other persons could have been his wife. I personally feel if his wife feels that he's not fit, healthy enough to engage in what he's engaging, I want to believe, again, with the emphasis of believe, I want to believe that she will call her husband to order and say, "Hey, sweetheart, if it is money, we have made it. We are doing well. If it is to travel to any nation of the world, we can. What exactly do you want? And why? I want to believe that the wife will know him better. I want to believe that. And will be able to advise him the best. To say, honey, sweetheart, sugar, as the case may be, maybe we should leave this and focus on other areas, improve ourselves, better the lives of the people around us, and make sure that we leave a legacy. So much so that when we are gone, it will speak for us. So I want to believe, I sincerely do want to believe that this would have been the parameters of whoever really loves Asiwaju Ahmed Bola Tinubu. If, for instance, there is any reason for questions that such person should be his wife and should be able to tell him the honest truth. Yes, because Nigerians seems to be asking the same question, yet nobody is providing the answer. So it's a very, if you want to ask me now, I will tell you that it's a very difficult one, because people are expecting that, all the I's should have been dotted, all the T's should have been crossed. However, that's not what is happening. People you are expecting to stand up and to be able to give direction in some areas are not doing anything of such. So what exactly are we in the scheme of things? Why do we think that all of a sudden things will fall in place? You see, so these are some of the things going on. Pastor Paul Enenche is only just saying his own, that you cannot have something staring you in the face. Just like some women, you date relationship, they never marry you, they slap you, they beat you, then he propose, you accept. Well, I not get answer for you. I go later master your picky get that wish you, and you not do acceptance. So maybe I do wedding, after wedding go continue, no go change. You cannot change a grown man. Now only God fit dey change him. Now small pikin dey fit dey mold say this character no good, stop am. But somebody don't match off, wetin you wan tell am? Yeah, person dey get new ideas, new philosophy, the way they see life. So now wetin Pastor Paul just dey tell Nigerians say, I don't argue with you, but again, you are the one that will be at the receiving end. Whatever happens, we will all live with the consequences of the decisions we are making. So let's make right choice. Yes, that's what the answer gives us. I mean, we make what? Right choice. Please don't forget to give us a thumbs up. Like us, share, subscribe. Click on the notification button so you can have all our latest news. God bless. Have a fantastic and a lovely day. Bye for now.